back from the break, and of course, it's 29 minutes. That is to the top of the hours. We're heading into the last session of Smart Immense Business. Of course, discussing businesses in Uganda, and of course, measuring onto the small businesses, which we believe they are the biggest actually amongst the majority of the population in Uganda. But still, to remind you before we proceed, that the markets on the Zabo platform are on. You can kindly participate by dialing *292#. Which is the USSD code that will avail with options where you'll be in position to actually buy government bonds and securities for a fee of 15,000 Ugandan shillings. Now, at exactly 8:15, that's when the markets open, and they run all the way to 3:15 p.m. That is East African time, and this is effective Monday up to Friday, apart from the weekends and the public holidays when this market's going to be accessed. But of course, that's not the big deal here. You have the rest of the days to capitalize and make money, something which I believe is key and instrumental when it comes to your financial growth and development. Zabo made this a reality for you. That's why it boldly says, my money, my future. And Altex East Africa tells you, well, you got to do something new for yourself. Remember, it is 2023. Well, as we proceed with our discussion about business growth and development, how do you grow your business in such a time of the harsh economic conditions globally and locally at the same time? Well, Mr. Bravo, as we proceed with our discussion, I told the viewers that when we return from the break, I shall be taking a look at the perspective of branding as something which majority of small businesses have not associated themselves with. And some people have this perspective that I'll start to brand when I start to see some returns. I don't know how true that is, but with your experience, when should somebody start to brand their business?
Branding is a very, very important aspect.
Yeah.
And most people think that I must get there first.
I must get exactly.
And then start the branding.
Yeah.
I'll give you something small. We advertise not that we're big.
Okay.
But we advertise to grow big.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay? Mm. It's a phrase that I always use to many people, that you don't advertise
because you're big.
Because you're big. You advertise to
so even big. When I'm a small business, I can still advertise.
Absolutely. So branding, starts from the word go. If you don't brand yourself, branding is an identity. Is you trying to take yourself out of the rest. Mm-hmm. It's something that will set you out, that people can identify your uniqueness or your difference with the rest.
Okay.
Remember, there's no business that we do that no one has ever done.
True. Very true.
All businesses that we do have been done countless of years.
There is nothing new under the sun.
So there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
But I say that whenever you start any business, branding should be your core. When and how depends on what you want. But most especially, from the word go, you should be able to brand yourself. I've always facilitated people especially in trademark and trademarks, branding, all that. I've trained people, I've taught people, I've written about branding on my social medias. Because I've seen so many people are not going to that direction. Actually, brands are running the world. To make your business more valuable, you need to brand it better. And when you talk about branding, we have what we call trademarking. You have to have a trademark. Most businesses are just running anyhow. They have very good, beautiful logos. They have very nice names. But those, they are not trademarks. Okay. And then so many people today are crying. So many people are crying out there that you've worked 5 years with your name, with your beautiful logo, and then tomorrow somebody goes and registers your trademark.
Okay.
It's so frustrating.
Frustrating, absolutely.
Now, when somebody registered your trademark, they will kick you out of business. And that's the start, the fresh start of your business. It's like when somebody goes and takes up Bravo shoes. And then tomorrow I'm no longer called Bravo Shows. And I can never brand myself Bravo Shows. What happens? Means I have gone back to square one.
Square one, yeah.
It's a very important element that Ugandans have not really minded about. Yes, URSB has done their best. They're trying to do the campaigns, awareness.
And even in the process of registration.
Yeah, even in the process of registration, they have done their best. I wish you could host them here when really they're talking about it really in their part of the registration.
Yeah.
It's very important that every business, if you're visionary, means that from the word go, even as you start your business, you must have the trademark.
Trademark.
Internally, you know, I can start a business not physically seeing me, but I've already internally registered my trademark, my brand is already registered, and as I set out, people see me as a brand already. As people see my products moving, my business moving, the person who wants to go behind me will not have any chance. But what happens? Many people start, there are many people producing juices, they are producing very good products, and they are in the market freely.
Exactly.
But when you ask them, is this your brand? Are you trademarked? They don't know.
Okay. They can't define that.
And guess what? Just trademarking and even having your brand registered, trademarked, everything, it costs about 275,000 Uganda shillings.
It's not a lot of money.
275,000 Uganda shillings. And this money is not paid once. You will pay 75,000 first for your registration, 50,000. 25,000 is the search.
Name reservation.
Name reservation, whatever. 75. Then later, you submit, you go for the gazette, which is 100,000. After being given a gazette, after 2 months, you pay 100,000 for your certificate. It is in phases. 275,000 Uganda shillings. But remember, somebody tells you that is expensive, but they have invested 2 million in their business. Okay, they have invested 1 million in their business. So which is more expensive? Is the risk there with their businesses or investing in this? So branding is not about, yes, I'm branded very well, my shop is branded well, my business is branded well. Do you own that brand? Do you own?
Through legal procedures.
Absolutely. Do you own it through the legal procedures? And anything becomes legal when you own it legally.
Okay.
So it's not about the branding where people say brand well, brand your car very well, brand your premises very well, speak about your brand, brand your products very well. Yes. Do you own the brand?
The brand.
It's so paining, my brother. It's so painful to go 2, 3, 4, 5 years and then somebody saying your product is moving in the market. The best way to kick you out, they produce the same product. You have no right to stop them. They go behind because they have
the legal.
As I'm telling you this, dear viewers, I know there are so many people who are looking at your products. There is somebody who has seen your products move in the market, and now they have opened their eyes.
Exactly.
They will run to URSB, they will register your trademark. And when they register their trademark, your trademark, they will kick you out of the market. It's very difficult, and the law cannot protect you because you're not a registered trademark. There's someone who asks, he say, I am a company already, I registered as a company there. Being registered as a company and being registered as a trademark, they are two different things.
A company and a trademark.
And a trademark. I may use your name. You may say, maybe Barije Limited. Your name.
Exactly.
Barije Uganda Limited. That's your company. Then I come up and I go and register my trademark as Barije as a trademark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the brand name.
Yes.
The trademark is Barije. So I will never allow you to name your products as Barije. No, the only way they can help you is to say Barije Uganda Limited. And nobody wants to listen to all that name.
Stuff. Okay.
So you will never even display your business as Barije as a brand with an R. So whenever you look at any product, just know that any trademark will have an R at the end, encircled, or a TM trademark or registered trademark. So the branding is not about having the good stickers. It's not about, the branding is so much, it's wide. How do you conduct yourself as the CEO? How do you sell yourself out there? It takes your personal branding. When we talk about the personal branding in your kind of business, personal branding in your job, when they know people, you keep time, you deliver on time, that's your personal branding. Then when you talk about the reality of our businesses, even when you have your small business somewhere and it's well situated, well nice branded, people are attracted to the visual, the looks, how your business looks. So how do you brand yourself? How do you present your product? If you're looking at, maybe you have a juice bottle, maybe you have your pancakes that you're setting out. How do you pack them? So the branding takes over the packaging, how it looks nice. Yes, I know people have very beautiful branding, but you are not a brand unless you are trademarked legally, unless your logo is a legal logo to you. Otherwise, you may even find that you're infringing on somebody's business.
Oh, ignorantly.
Yes, there's somebody who registers a trademark. I have to be sincere with you. They go in and register your trademark and they will keep quiet and they relax. Your business grows from 2 million to 10 million to 100 million. Okay. And then when they know that you have enough money, they will move forward. And they will say, please, we are kicking you out of the market. You either pay for this trademark, which is 275,000, you either pay it 100 million, or you abandon it. Oh. So you choose, where do you want to take your business? Where do you want to go? Oh. And these are some of the small things of Ugandans who have done great things out there. Ugandans are so amazing in their products, in their display, and in everything. But when you ask them, do you legally own this? No. And there's also another person who started now registering people's businesses, by the way. And he's waiting for them to pay him off. You can imagine.
Somebody, as we were growing up, we've been using a brand of pens called Bic.
Yeah.
And somebody was telling that, you see, Bic they have never changed the appearance of how their pens look like, but they're still out in the market. I mean, when you're explaining that perspective, is that it's not about putting good stickers here. It's not about using good graphics to make good adverts about it, but that legal procedure brings me that perspective of that invisible hand that is behind branding.
And it also increases the value of your business.
The value of your business, yes.
It increases the value of the business.
So branding and value move hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Oh, interesting. Now, finally, as we're winding this up, because I think we're left with about 7 minutes. Today, the way the situations are happening in Uganda, fuel prices are increasing. As from your own experience, what are those loopholes that you feel like businesses need to actually fill? For example, the small businesses, which are of course the majority in our country, Uganda. Somebody was saying, gone are the days when people would say you could start with capital of 100,000 and build something worth 5 million, saying that with the current conditions, you need to have a lot of money to start a business. Would you agree with such a debate?
I don't agree. You see, business is not money. Okay, much as everybody will say, I need money.
Need capital.
It's not about that. You see, I'm a person also who started the business with 100,000 Uganda shillings, and my story went around and people have read about it. Yeah. You see, you need to start small. First, I always talk about the mental clarity. You have to be mentally ready to start business, okay? Money is not an issue because even up today we're looking for more money. So I believe that it's about how you value the little money you start with, but you can grow it immensely. And how do you value your capital that you have put in your business is what matters. Otherwise, big businesses will not collapse. Okay. Big businesses will not collapse. But you see, I tell people I can begin my business with 1 million. I'll go to 1.2, 1.3. It has taken me 2 years to grow it to 3 million. It has taken me 10 years to grow it to 20 million. For you, start your business with 100 million. You're on 80, you're on 60. We meet at 40. I am growing.
Oh, I'm growing. Okay. But you started with more, but you're
getting backward because you thought it's about money, and it's not about money. You see, when people have the money into the business, it's another thing. Having stocks and selling them is another different story. If it's about stocks, so it's about the mindset and the little you can and how you value that little and how ready you are to grow it through the process. So the capital does not mean when we tell people about capital. The youth are looking for capital each and every day. Yes, they say we have the capital of the mind, but now you've given me 1 million. It's too little. What do they think? Because they believe it's about being big. It's having the money. Okay. But how come that many people who have started business with a lot of money, they have collapsed. And we have many who have done that.
Okay, that's very key. Now, if we are to look at what's happening all around, currently we are talking about East African integration. Yeah. How best can actually small businesses in Uganda use such an opportunity to grow big, to ride on?
The East African integration, to me, I've not felt it. And
You've not felt it yet?
It's just they're trying to do politics, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
But as a business person, no. East African integration is not yet there. We still need
So we should focus on our local markets.
Absolutely. You know, the East African, you see, I believe in one. If we are a block of East Africa, they have given us a passport, an East African passport, okay? Can we have one currency? If we're good, if we want to, you know, really believe into this, introduce one currency, and that's it. Then we know the same money I have in Uganda is the same money in Tanzania, is the same money. So if I'm giving money, for example, at my premise, Bravo shoes, sending them to Kenya, the Kenyans will look at them as more expensive because of their currency. And then you say we are East Africa. To me, you have introduced the passport, introduced currency, so that we have one currency.
One currency.
And now when we have one currency, we're good to go. But go with money here, you'll exchange it in Kenya shillings, you lose money, Tanzania shillings, you lose money, Rwanda, you lose money, up there you lose money. So if you want to believe in East African as a block, guys, let's have one currency. But as long as we still have differences in currencies. No, still it's a big issue. It's a big problem. Yeah, it's a big problem. So we just need to concentrate first on our market. Yes, we can go East Africa and the rest. We can grow. Let's have bigger vision of growing the whole of East Africa. But I say, first satisfy the market you're in.
First satisfy the market you're in.
Yes, first satisfy your surroundings. And then later you can grow.
Maybe it could be the demand sometimes can be affected by the household income for your product. And you find that you're having surplus. Yeah. Don't you, I mean, where are you going to put that surplus?
Surplus, you can go, yes, you can go ahead and go to South Sudan, you can go to Kenya, you can do that. Yes, it's good to explore in the other market, but sometimes you realize that even our market we can't satisfy because of our capital. Sometimes we have little capital
to satisfy
our internal market. And I will tell people that first satisfy the internal market, then you can spread. Because spreading is very costly, it's not cheap. Okay. Get ready for that, and then you can spread.
Interesting. Yeah. Now, based on the current circumstances, any business tips you can actually give out there to the aspiring young entrepreneurs? Some have just graduated at university, some are still in high school, but I believe, like you said, the faster the vision you have, the better you'll be at. Currently, what do you think is that is on demand, a business that anybody can actually start up for now?
Anybody, any business.
I'm trying to simplify for everyone because we're trying to change the mindset of the viewers that are business minded. Like they can start something.
I would say yes. Start what you can, because with the little you can, but have a prepared mind to tackle the challenges that are head on, because they will come at the end of the day.
They will come.
And then really get mentors. Get to have a mentor. You see, a mentor is somebody who walks besides you. Yeah. Not somebody you look up to. Okay?
Oh, that's great.
Yes. I believe in mentorship.
So I should be in touch with I should be able to meet my mentor and have
absolutely. A mentor is somebody, it's something interesting, I will tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I appeared on NTV many years ago. And there's a boy that was watching NTV. And this boy gets my phone number. He's called Mehdi. This boy started calling me. I want to start business. What can I do? How can I do it? I started guiding this boy. This boy was a casual laborer in Kikubo.
Oh, yes.
The boy got his things and went along Usvambi's road somewhere, across Northern Bypass, started his business. 3 years down the road, this boy calling me in each and every step he takes. I have never met him. So during COVID-19 lockdown, he calls me and says, please come, find out where. When they released cars, I drove my car to see this boy that has been calling me.
Yes.
You can't believe I was amazed. You cannot believe.
What was that got you amazed?
You see, the boy started small, grew his business. If you get to his business today, you can't believe that he's the boy that owns that big business. I was so surprised of this boy that I've never met in 4 years.
So you're on a TV station and just on a phone call.
And a phone call.
In touch with you.
He's in touch, with me. And I guided him through. Even up to today, this boy cannot take a decision unless he has asked me.
Wisdom.
Both personal things and the business. there are behaviors and disciplines that we need to have.
As entrepreneurs.
As entrepreneurs. Sometimes he wants to go by what the public says. He calls me. I tell him, no, don't go that way. Keep here. That boy is somewhere. Maybe one time, if he can have an interview, maybe with you in Uganda and everything,
Yes.
you need to look for him and you need to go to him and listen to him. Because sometimes when we talk, people say, maybe he's trying to use an example. You may have to look for that boy and cover him and see. And he tells you his story as well, how he started this business.
Yes.
So that people can easily see how this boy, who was just, a casual labourer in Chikubo, he doesn't understand English, but he started and has grown his business that you can't imagine. That it is his business. He was in a small room like this. He had to expand, and you can't believe how he has developed this business. He doesn't know English, he never went to school. But you see how he was motivated by my appearance on NTV with Farida Nakaziwe. And today I'm very proud that somebody can be inspired to start a business out there because of my appearance. So having a mentor is very important. And a mentor who will be able to factor you through and say, don't do this, go by this. And through that, you'll be able to grow. Sometimes we go in and start businesses and we end up making so many mistakes because we've not seen or got any mentors. But mentorship is the best that you can do. Thank you.
Wow. That is a very great tip in there. A mentor is somebody, not somebody you look up to, but somebody that walks by you. You hear from them. Because if you say you're looking up to somebody, you don't know their lifestyle. You just see them on TV. Probably you see them on different platforms, but you've not gotten a chance to interact with them personally, to know their character. Mr. Bravo has mentioned something as entrepreneurs. There are character traits that we need to have, and you can never know those character traits with somebody you just see on TV or on social platforms because you don't know their life when you meet them face to face. Well, we come to the end of Smart Means Business, the Business Insight edition. It's 7 minutes to the top of the hour, and my guest this morning has been your brand Bravo, and of course breaking down the aspect of business growth and development that is in the current conditions. But well, on that note is still to remind you that the markets on the Zabo platform are on. You can participate by dialing *292#, which is simply the USSD code for you there. And here you'll be in position to buy government bonds and securities for a fee of just 15,000 Ugandan shillings. Now at 8:15, that's when the markets open, and they will be closing at 3:15 p.m. Monday up to Friday only, except for the weekends of the public holidays. But of course, talking about public holidays, it's been a while since we last had one, and Independence probably next month. So you still have this month, every Monday up to Friday, for you to trade bonds and securities. And that's why Zabo confidently says, my money, my future. And Altex East Africa, the grand partner, says, you got to do something new for yourself. It is 2023. Well, still to remind you, channel 372, that's on DSTV, channel 320 on GoTV, and also you can get us on free-to-air. And something also amazing, you can go to your Google Play Store and download the Smart Digital application. You will be able to stream Smart 24 TV. You could be heading back home, you're stuck in jam, or you're coming from home, like reporting to work. You're stuck in there. You could be streaming Smart 24 TV as we deliver to you the business updates. And now for the business researchers out there, you are at the university, at higher institutes of learning, regardless of which part of the world you are at, well, smart24.tv is the official website with the updated business statistics, facts, straight to the point. When you get in there, you will be able to find all that you need and pile up those reports efficiently. Well, it's a colder Thursday morning. I understand. I don't know whether majority of you actually were able to make it to office in time, but it's what it is. You really need to understand every day really counts. These are part of the few challenges that we actually experience. The rain shouldn't be a big challenge for you as to why you shouldn't do what you should do. There are bigger challenges than rain. Well, from the entire Smart Means and Business team, we wish you a happy morning and a happy day at the same time. Go be fruitful. We shall meet again tomorrow. Good morning.
Smart 24, driving business.